Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is a little bit different, but it's something that I can't let pass and be silent on because, frankly, it's ridiculous. The state of Halo 2 and MCC on PC. Now, if you haven't seen yet, Halo 2 launched on PC last week in probably the worst state I think I've ever seen a Halo game release in, arguably even on par with 2014. I don't know what happened to Ready When It's Ready, but clearly that philosophy doesn't mean anything anymore. The bugs this game launched with are legitimately unacceptable. Like, before we go on, you've got to see some of them, because if I just describe them to you, you probably won't believe me. I promise I'm not being hyperbolic here. Some of these bugs and glitches are just insane. So I'll have links to the videos that all these clips are from in the description, but there are some that I just have to show you. So the first one isn't even a Halo 2 bug. The patch that came out in March to release Combat Evolved on PC completely broke Halo 3 on Xbox. The frame rate was unbearable, and the game was kind of unplayable at a lot of times. Now, the Halo 2 patch fixed that issue, thankfully, but it introduced another. Vehicles now quite literally drive themselves. I'm not joking. This isn't a laggy server or anything. This is just a few minutes into a game. A Warthog develops its own AI, maybe as a consequence of MCC's bugs or something, and literally drives itself. Yeah, okay, so moving on to Halo 2, let's begin with easily the most broken, just ridiculous bug of them all. You can now shoot the floor and randomly kill an enemy or teammate no matter where they are on the map and no matter which weapon you use. Rockets and grenades included.
Arch. I'm just gonna get top arch for a sec. No, what?
Hold on, let me look down and throw a sticky at the floor. Let's see where it goes.
Projectiles commonly either disappear entirely or literally teleport and fire from a location that you've never been. The hit detection, regardless of whether you're on like 30 ping or 3000 ping, is absolutely god-fucking awful and incredibly inconsistent. Now, some of these bugs, the Halo 2 projectile one in particular, I believe are now patched or have been fixed and are awaiting a patch, but that's kind of besides the point, honestly. The fact that the game even launched in this state in the first place is absolutely unacceptable. Now, before we go on, I know how difficult of a task MCC PC must be. Like, porting all these games to PC for the first time is undoubtedly a mammoth of a task as it is. But then when you consider the fact that the team are now working from home because of the situation, not at the studio, I can't fathom how difficult that must be. I'm more than aware of the surrounding circumstances and how they affect the development of this game, and the team are undoubtedly working as hard as they can, and before anyone in the comments says it, they absolutely do care about the state of MCC. I also get that Microsoft or, I don't know, Xbox or 343 or whoever are setting deadlines, and that development of a game can't go on forever. At some point deadlines have to be met, and they probably want all the games out on PC before Infinite launches so that they don't overshadow it. However, as valid as all those excuses may be, they excuse nothing. Halo 2 launched in an absolutely inexcusable state, and no explanation or reasoning is gonna make that right or acceptable. Not now, not ever. Whoever it is dictating these extremely harsh deadlines, and they're very clearly being forced to push these games out by a certain date regardless of the state they're in, needs to stop. As Shigeru Miyamoto famously said, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. Now, I thought that whoever dictated Halo's releases would have learnt that with the original MCC release in 2014, but clearly not. Ready When It's Ready is evidently no longer the case, and we're at the point where every single MCC PC release has launched with a myriad of either issues or missing features or both. I mean, we still don't have Forge on PC for Reach or H2A. I mean, Come on, dude, seriously, I'm not saying that any of this is easy. I am by no means belittling the immense amount of work that needs to go into porting these games to PC. Not in the slightest. I'm not going to sit here and be an armchair developer. But I'm just sick of botched release after botched release with what was supposed to be Halo's big break on PC. This is something that people have waited for a long time for, and the state the games are being released in is... it's just disappointing, honestly. It's disappointing. If you want to keep up to date with the fixes for these bugs, then I've put a link in the description to the Halo support page that's tracking all of them. As always, if you find any bugs or glitches, then make sure that you submit them by going to the submit a request thing at the bottom of the known issues page, after, of course, checking that the bug that you found isn't already in the known issues list. This entire debacle just makes me worry about Halo 3. I mean, MCC PC was Halo's big break, and Halo 3 PC was like the big break of the big break. Halo 3 coming to PC is, without putting it lightly, an absolute watershed moment for not only the Halo franchise, but for gaming in general. I mean, it's Halo 3, for God's sake. Halo 3 PC was like a Half-Life 3 tier meme for so long because it's something that people wanted so bad and wanted for so long and knew that it was never likely going to happen, but now it is. 13 years in the making, it's finally happening. So I don't think I need to stress how important its release is. Out of all the games in MCC, Halo 3 is undoubtedly the most important for the franchise. There is absolutely no room whatsoever for its launch to go the way of Reach, or Halo CE, or Halo 2. There can't be any missing features, and there can't be any game-breaking bugs or issues. There simply can't be. First impressions are everything. And if the PC playerbase's first impressions of a game that they've waited over a decade to play are anything like Halo 2's, then it's fucked, quite honestly. It's fucked. And not only would that be a massive disservice to the people who have waited 13 years to play it, it'll also be a massive disservice to the game as a whole. For Halo 3's legacy, one of the most iconic video games in the history of the world, to be tainted by a Halo 2 style PC launch would be nothing short of heartbreaking, quite honestly, and it cannot be allowed to happen. This string of broken and completely unfinished MCC PC releases has to stop here, or MCC PC is just going to end up being MCC 2014 all over again. I mean, to be fair, thanks to Halo 2, we're a lot closer to that now than I would have ever liked to have been. Please, whoever is making the decision to release these games when they are, delay these games until they're in a functional, presentable state. It baffles me, honestly, that I have to say that after what happened in 2014, but I'll say it again. Do not release these games until they're done and in a functional, presentable state. If Halo 3 of all games launches broken, then that reputation that 343 have worked so hard to build back up in the years following 2014, it's just going to be destroyed. It's going to be ruined. People won't stand for it with a game that they hold as dear as Halo 3. They just won't. They just won't. But yeah, that's about all I really want to say on the matter. I needed to give my opinions on it. It's not acceptable in any way, and I'm hoping that after Halo 2, things change. Halo 3 can't launch like Halo 2 did. It can't. So, fingers crossed to hoping. Fingers crossed. So yeah, that's all for today, I think, fellas. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, which is a proper lore video coming out in like 4-ish days, I think. Should be a really good one. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.